Margaret Trader Green is intentionally leaving out very important information that as a congresswoman, we all know she has access to. Look, she's not just one of these media personality, political commentators who you could say, I don't know, she didn't have access, she was interviewing, she's just somebody who has an opinion. No, she's a congresswoman. She is somebody who is highly informed on the things that she needs to vote for. And if she isn't, that's totally a responsibility. But as a congresswoman, you have a little bit more of an obligation to commit to the facts. And whilst we know that in America, the fact that you're in Congress doesn't mean that you're actually, moral person, that you have standards, that doesn't specifically have to align AOC. However, at the end of the day, when she's out there spewing these lies, there's a reason that Donald Trump is coming after her. And there's a reason that people are calling her out, because not only is she part of this shift of people who were very normal one day and then kind of turned another day, as it seems like money from Qatar came pounding down. Not that I'm saying that she received any. I have no proof of it, but there was a very big shift. There was this kind of sudden turnaround. You can't let these people get away with just pretending to be naive. Again, you may be able to say that for a political commentator, maybe, even though I don't think that's true. But you definitely can't say it with a congresswoman. It's her obligation to know what she's voting for, to know what she's standing up against. And that's why when she just lies outright and pretends to not know certain things, it's very frustrating. And the person who's calling this out right now is none other than Brandon Tatum, the absolutely wonderful Officer Tatum, who has once again proven himself to just be very logical and sound. And this was done on a trigonometry podcast, which, as you all know, I am a massive, massive fan of. Let's watch the clip. I want to hear your guys' opinions. But first, please make sure that you have hit that follow button. We know that 85% of you are not yet following. So come and join the tribe. You know you won't miss out. Let's go.
But I listen to her now, and she comes out and she talks about our government shouldn't be giving money to Israel. We give $3.8 billion to Israel. Well, hey, woman, you work in Congress. You know that we don't just give them a piece of, we write them a check. They have to purchase military equipment from us, and it's military funding. They got to buy all of that military equipment from the United States of America. We almost have them on like a credit line. We don't just give them the money. She knows it, but why does she leave that out when she say it? They talk about the Israeli lobby. Okay, first of all, you got to be the stupidest person in America to say that AIPAC should be registered as a foreign entity or registered through FARA. They're American citizens. American citizens can lobby whatever they want. If you don't believe that American citizens should be able to lobby whatever they want, then you need to change the law. But to think that that somehow the government is going to make them register as FARA and they're American citizens lobbying on behalf of what they want, you're an idiot. And so she talks about AIPAC, but Qatar, Japan, Saudi Arabia, China, FARA registered lobby is far beyond what AIPAC is doing.
Yep.
Why don't she say that since she's so upset about foreign lobbying? The fact that they omit those things make me think that they're not genuine in what they're saying.
Amen. That's exactly accurate. Exactly accurate. Number one, when we talk about the aid, and I just did a whole podcast on this with JNS TV, so you can go check it out. When you talk about this kind of military aid to America, they're not handing us money. That's not what they're doing. And she, as a congresswoman, knows this. It's money that we're either obligated to pay back or that we have to send in America so that we can help fuel the American economy and keep their military hand over production of equipment. Okay, that's a whole conversation for another time. But she knows that as a congresswoman. Everybody knows that. I know it. She should know it. But more importantly, when she talks about AIPAC, I'm really sick and tired about hearing this AIPAC thing like, oh, America, they work for the Israelis. America is American Jews. And by the way, this is honestly, in my opinion, a big proof of kind of anti-Semitism is the same as anti-Zionism. American Jews are completely 100% American. They're not Israeli. They might like Israel. Some of them might have dual citizenship, but they're American. The fact that they're Jewish doesn't make them not American. But because they're Jews, then people assume that they must actually be Israel foreign agents or something. They are the ones who combine the two. When you come out and say something like AIPAC has to register under FARA, it's so unbelievably stupid. Because it's not Israelis who have anything to do with AIPAC. It's American Jews who have belief systems about things that should be moving forward in Israel, so they lobby their own government. Do you know that when AIPAC comes to Israel, they don't even cross the green line because they're so politically complicated? That, oh my gosh, I need to sneeze. That, bless you, bless you, and I think we're good. AIPAC is so different to an Israeli lobbyist. And if you're in the business of fighting against foreign lobbyists, well, why not talk about all of the Arab countries that are lobbying? Or other countries that are lobbying, Saudi Arabia and Qatar and Japan, etc., like Brandon said. It's such an obvious lack of genuinity. It's just obvious because everybody knows AIPAC is for American Jews, for what they think is right, and they're allowed to care about other countries. In the same way that, let's say, Kim Kardashian's an Armenian American, she's allowed to care about Armenia. This whole dual loyalty being seen almost nowadays as like what's it called? As like a, oh my god, I've forgotten the word. When somebody says something negative, the fact that you're a dual citizen is negativity, or if you care about another country, that's a bad thing. That's not true. How about the whole idea of multiculturalism that these lefties believe in? That we're better together when we have these combined things. There's a truth to that. Who better to speak about Israel? Well, people in America that care about Israel. That's evangelical Christians, that's American Jews, but that's not the same as Israel lobbying within America. It's so nuts that this isn't common sense, but more than that, we know for a fact that she knows this, but she's still using it as proof of kind of pushing forward this narrative that Jews control America, that Israel controls America, even though those two things are completely separate and not aligned. It's a disgrace, and she's disgraceful. Thank you for your attention to this matter.